In the state of Texas, only two things matter more than football: God and your family. And here at South Lake Carroll, only one thing matters. That's the Texas State Championship. And my job as wide receiver 1 this season is to help get us to the promised land. Now, we don't have the easiest schedule this year, but I think we can come out here and get it done. My goal this season is to come out every single game and dominate, and we're off to a hot start here with our first catch of the game, making a couple people look silly. Now, with our frame 6'5", 248, you won't see me burn a lot of people down the field, but I will use my size to absolutely impose my will and to make tough catches inside the numbers. Every now and then, you'll even see coach motion me over to be like a pseudo tight end to come help in a run blocking scheme, but even I can't make our guys pick up the first down. At my size, a lot of people are often surprised at my amazing footwork, which causes me to get open. And even though I'm a physical specimen, you won't see me demand for the ball every single play. Instead, I choose to take advantage of every single opportunity given to me on the field and making big plays as I make a man miss. We try to burn our way down the sideline, but again, we're not that fast. And when you lack speed like I do, you have to be very intentional with your movements, getting to your spot and not playing around. Now, our defender made a huge mistake here going in to blitz our quarterback, leaving me wide open for my first touchdown of the season. And I'm not the only dog in the wide receiver room, as our quarterback is going to hit our guy Sink on the other side for a big time touchdown. And another thing you'll never see me do is show up my quarterback when he misses me on throws, because we all make mistakes. Like when I beg coach to trust me on 4th and short and I let us all down by not catching a pass. But big players make big plays, and I should never be left one-on-one on the island with any cornerback in high school football, because I'm going to torch them every single time. Even if you opt to play soft zone coverage, I'm still going to find the open spot in the zone. But our drive came to a screeching halt, and we had to settle for 3 to tie this one up. Now, unfortunately, our defense let us down, and we have 24 seconds left to try to tie this one up. It's times like this where I wish video game upgrades were real and we can actually get a speed boost, because we should have been going right here. Luckily for us, clock does stop on first down, so we're going to try to keep making that happen as we get another big 21-yard catch. And I think my guy Kyle forgot about that, as he opts to go with this route underneath and we're unable to pick up the first. And that's how this one is going to end. We set a school record and played the ESPN Classic, but none of that matters because we were unable to walk away here in our season opener with a W. 11 for 211 and just 1 touchdown, but none of that matters because we were unable to get a win. But maybe it was just the wake-up call we needed as we open up here at home versus number 11 Bishop. And we're off to a nice hot start here in this ball game. We get wide open here again, but we get absolutely lit up by the linebacker, and we cough this one up, putting it on the ground. Now, I understand that I have to have a short memory to get past it, but in the moment I was absolutely pissed. And things get worse here on the 3rd and 5. I alligator armed this one, being afraid of the hit from the same linebacker, and that's not South Lake football. Now it's time for me to turn it up, and my quarterback continues to believe in me as we make a one-hand snag with a guy on our back. And that's all I needed to turn me up. I'm turning into Keyshawn Johnson. Give me the damn ball. And even though I am the best wide receiver on the team, I'm not afraid to do the dirty work, as our block here springs a first down pickup. And good karma comes to follow us as we make a tough catch for our first touchdown of the ball game. Now they're using 2 DBs to shade me on one side of the field, but they forget about the others, as Sink is going to get a big time deep touchdown once again, 80+ yards. Even though I know I can pretty much run whatever I want against this soft coverage, I'd like to stay disciplined and run my routes. But sometimes it's just too easy, and it's like playing a game of catch with our QB as we pick up a nice chunk of yards. Now, going for over 200 yards last game was cute and all, but I told my coach finding the end zone just one time was completely unacceptable as we go up top beating the DB. I keep telling y'all that he needs safety help. When you're 6'5", you can't help but be a red zone threat, but what I like to prove is that we can score more ways than one. We go ahead and tie the school record for touchdowns in a game. Now, Kyle Jarwin looked like a completely different quarterback out here today, even though I'm a bulk of his yards and touchdowns. We go for double-digit catches once again, 156 yards, but this time we find the end zone 3 times. Now we're back at home, but we are taking on yet another ranked opponent, and we're going to start this game off with a kick return, making a couple of guys miss, trying to back juke, but we end up getting brought down. Now, all week on Twitter, they said they had a game plan for me, but like Mike Tyson said, everybody has a game plan till they get punched in the mouth, and we make our first catch of the game. Sometimes, even though I do like to catch the ball, I love coming up and blocking somebody and just pushing them against their will. And I even love the moss people here and there, but me and Kyle Jarwin cannot connect, as that one's nearly picked off. But the saying goes, when there's a will, there's a way. We go right back to the same play once again, and we absolutely torch the DB off the line. This time our defense gets a huge stop, getting us the ball inside our own 20-yard line, and it's going to be a first play touchdown. And as you can see, teams are so committed to stopping me that they leave other people wide open. At this point, I feel like we can do what we want. It doesn't matter who's on my back, who's in the area, we're going to make the catch. And I may not be the fastest, but for the most part, no matter who you are, once I get you on my hip, it's pretty much a GG's as we make a tough catch inside the 10. And here on 1st and goal, we run an absolutely nasty route, but we're unable to get into the end zone. And to keep it a buck with you, man, I honestly don't give a damn who scores. If it's me, if it's a quarterback, another receiver, the running back, sometimes I get used as a decoy as we could easily run this one in, extending our lead to 3 scores. Now we do try to go for 2 here to go up a full 21, but they snuffed that wide receiver screen. Looks like somebody was watching their tape. But honestly, tape can only prepare you for so much as we get another big time bomb on the sidelines to our guy Sink. He might be one of the fastest wide receivers in all of high school. Now, as harsh as it may sound, I'm actually happy that we lost our first game of the season because it woke us up and now it got us back on our shit. On the very next play, man, the DB came down to press, which means he's absolute barbecue chicken, but once again, me and Kyle cannot connect. But if at first you can't succeed, dust yourself off and try again, and that's exactly what we do. And this time we connect for the big time play. When we get hawked from behind, we do down inside the 5, 58-yard pickup. It's absolutely crazy to think that he misses me on wide open streak routes, but then he makes these tough catches across the middle as we snag that one down, scoring yet another touchdown. And when you're playing soft zone coverage like this, I don't know what you expect, but that's an easy pitch and catch all day of the week. We pick up another first down. Now here we are, first play of the 4th quarter on this same drive, and somehow my guy delivers this dime in between 3 defenders, and somehow we hold on to the catch for our 3rd one of the ball game. Now, after that score, coach calls off the dogs and takes the starters out of this one, man, but it was too little too late as we get a big time win. Kyle Jarwin continues to have amazing days out here, and so do we. A 20+ point victory out here against the number 14 team in the nation. Things are looking up for everybody on Southlake. Not only do I have a big day, but so does the whole entire receiving staff. I had 3 touchdowns. My first game without double-digit catches, 145 yards. Little had 3 catches for 39 yards. Trevor Singh, 3 for 111, a touchdown. 2 catches for Ankerson, 2 catches for Freeberg, and a catch for Smith. After back-to-back weeks of beating up on ranked opponents, now the Hunters have become the hunted as we play our first game ranked in the top 25. Per usual, the game plan is pretty simple. Go to me early and often and let the other chips fall where they may. Now I want my touches as much as the next person, but I'm a-okay with being a decoy while my teammates go off. Now after I make that sick play across the middle, that's going to set up a touchdown to my teammate in the back of the end zone. Our defense gets yet another stop like they've been doing all season, and our guy Jarwin's going to go to us on a hitch route. Now, one thing I like to show on my tape is my ability to be more than just a pass catcher as we make a key block here, bringing our quarterback for a touchdown. Now, coach decided it was best to get the ball in my hands as often as possible, so he put me back on the punt and kick returns as the number 1 man, and we make a few people miss, but in the end, we're just not fast. Now, we may not make a lot of people miss in an open field, but when it comes to this receiving stuff, we're pretty good at it as we beat a soft zone once again. But for the first time here this season, the corner going up against us is an impact player, and he actually makes us drop a pass. Now, of course, he ran from the smoke, and he didn't want to guard me every single play, so with that, we're going to take advantage and get a 7-yard pickup. Coach keeps the offense on the field, and on 4th and inches, Jarwin keeps it here on the read option, and we were looking for somebody to block. Now, once again, we're going up against their best corner, but we're looking at him like barbecue chicken as we find ourselves in the back of the end zone. Now, they do go down and get 3, and here we are on the ensuing kickoff. We're going to jerk our way to the outside, and we got some grass up in front, but that lane closes quickly. Per usual, we're going to eat against the cornerback 1v1. We make the catch, and we get caught from behind. And for the first time this season, Jarwin is going to try to force the ball to us over the middle, and that one's picked off. Eventually, the defense is going to take that one back to the crib, but no harm, no foul. We live to fight another day. Not really sure what Jarwin was looking at here on this 1st and 10, but he's going to try to force the ball once again, and this time Williams is going to come up with another interception. Now we're going to answer back to their touchdown with one of our own, and then we're going to go for 2, and we're going to make a nasty one-hand grab. But early in the 4th quarter, I don't know if Jarwin just thinks 3 is better than 2 because he throws another interception. Now, even though it's been a rough day at the office, I told Jarwin to shake it off because we still need him to make plays. And on this 2nd and 7, we make this crazy double move to score and eventually set us up for the win. Now, although it wasn't a pretty one, man, good teams find ways to win tough matchups. We have another great day, 11 catches, 132 yards, 2 touchdowns. Smith found the end zone twice as well, and we look to continue this momentum for the rest of the season.